Welcome to Kev's Travel Stories. Each week I'll be bringing you a story from the weird and wonderful world of travel, a world that can change the way you see life and love and even the way we find meaning. Places that are iconic and sometimes surprising and even terrifying. So sit back and enjoy while we go on a magical mystery tour together. Welcome to Kevin's Travel Stories, and this week I'm going to talk about something very interesting. Recently, a survey showed that by early July, over 56% of families had not yet booked their summer holidays. Well, this is quite incredible. And it got me asking this question. Are you costing your family a fortune by booking your holidays at the wrong time? Now, let's have a look at this overview. Most holidays, it's been the traditional wisdom to think that you book a year in advance. Certainly, when I look at my son and his family, and they have a family of 4, they book well in advance, and it seems to make economic sense. But if you dig a little deeper, here's a secret. You can get fantastic value if you're prepared to wait till the end and to be open to a destination that was not necessarily your first choice. Now, this can work well as a holiday because you can surprise yourself with destinations that can actually offer so much more than the place that you thought you wanted to perhaps return to, maybe multiple times. And if you do happen to find yourself booking late, there is fantastic value, not only in where you go, but in the pounds, shillings and pence, the euros or the dollars that you're going to spend. So let's have a quick look at this, and I'll give you some really basic tips to get you going, get working that phone, get going into the travel agent so you can land your family holiday. I'm looking at the traditional family holiday, mum, dad, 2 young kids or 2 teenage kids, if you can still keep them going on holidays. And let's see what we can come up with. You find yourself, for whatever reason, I haven't booked. We're right into the summer. Have I left it too late? The answer is no. Look at the industry. The industry considers a late booking as up to 8 to 10 weeks, right through to a week before going on holiday. But it does require, as we've said, that you're flexible, you're open to new destinations, and you maybe have strong nerves. Because if you can wait 1 week before you go, and I'm going to give you the secret sauce here, what is the very best 2 weeks to book over the summer period to get the best prices, then you're in for a treat. But you have to wait till the end of this podcast to discover that particular secret. So it's definitely worth pounds, shillings, pence and euros to wait for that. And aside first, package holidays versus do-it-yourself. What are the pros and the cons? Well, I think it's quite clear, really. Package holidays give you much easier access to refunds if anything goes wrong. You talk to a real person. I personally like that. You are talking to someone who has years of experience. I've interviewed Sarah Slattery, the travel expert, who has this fantastic website, which you should definitely check out. She's been on my podcast, and she had 20 years of experience as a travel agent before she set up as this expert advisor. And you can tell the difference when somebody really knows. But if you are going outside of the traditional period for a holiday, which is the length of time of 7, 10 or 14 days, this is a traditional package holiday. If you're going for shorter or for much longer, it can well be better to do it yourself. And you can still book your flights and your accommodation through a travel agent, even though you're doing them separately and not taking a package. So how do you go about getting your best holiday deals? You're sitting here, the summer's fast disappearing. These are 4 simple steps to get you on your way. Pick up your phone, and this first step is to benchmark a price. Go online, find some of these package holiday listing sites like Kayak, Travel Supermarket, Expedia. I'll put all of this in the fact sheet. See what that basic holiday to Torremolinos, Florida, wherever is. You'll get a basic entry-level price. Next, go to the flash sale sites that specialize in offering these late deals. These are places like Holiday Pirates and Travel Zoo. And remember, These sites are fed by tour operators who have bought their holiday 1 year in advance. When it comes to a couple of weeks before the holiday is about to take place, they have to shift them. They don't want empty seats on an aircraft. They don't want empty hotel rooms. That's not going to. So even if they sell them at half price, it's better than nothing. As well as your travel zoos and your holiday pirates, TUI First Choice, Jet2 Holidays, Travel Trolley's a great one. Get online, get in touch with them, call them. Even better to talk in person and find out, okay, what is the best deal? You can then say to them, well, listen, I already have this benchmark price of X for my 2 weeks in Ibiza with the kids, the family of 4. Can you match it? And remember, some operators offer free child places when you book for the adults. Think of First Choice, Jet2 Holidays, again TUI. Not always, so check first if you want to avail of free child places. And then there's this option of the all-inclusive holidays. People ask me all the time, I don't want to stay in the hotel. I need to get out. I'm only going to book B&B. That could be a mistake. I'm going to tell you what happened when I took my 2 grandkids to Lake Garda. We had all-inclusive. Every night we sat down in the Hotel Splendid in Limone on Lake Garda and tucked into the most fabulous meal. Now, this would have cost €60 a night for me and the 2 grandkids. Absolutely more. If it was a family of 4, €80 a night. That's €400 over a week. And remember, in some of these places, you can upgrade from the basic B&B package at a hotel to the full thing. And I've found online, it's only up to €20 or 18 sterling or $20 to upgrade each person for a week. Now, that's a huge savings if you're going out each evening meal. €20 as opposed to 400 or 500. Do the maths. It's a bit of a no-brainer. Now, I'm going to come to the secret sauce, the big secret I was going to keep till we came to the end of this podcast, and that is what are the cheapest holiday weeks where you can book late summer deals that will have your eyes popping out of your head. Have you guessed? It's the last 2 weeks in August. The reason for this is many people have already schlepped back home. They're getting the kids ready for school. They're buying school uniform, and they just don't feel that this is the time to leave. Possibly a mistake, because the tour operators, they have to shift their last bit of furniture. They have to get these holidays off their books and get some money in the bank. And also, look at some of the less sexy destinations. Italy, you know you're going to pay top dollar, even if you book late and are getting a deal. What about Bulgaria? You can get fantastic hotels, fantastic deals, and it's a new experience. And one other piece of insider information. Did you know that a package holiday can sometimes be cheaper than just buying the flights? I have a friend, believe this or not, who wanted to fly to Florida just with the family they were staying with, their relatives, their brother. They didn't want hotels. They didn't need any of that. They went on to Virgin Holidays. The flights per person return to Florida were $819. The package holiday for the same dates was $787. Now that's a saving of €120, $120, 100 sterling, just by looking on a Virgin site and seeing that the package holidays can give you such value that it's even less expensive than booking the flights individually. It's mind-blowing, really. But my final piece of advice is don't be afraid to haggle, but haggle with dignity. I've got a friend who recently went to Barbados, Catherine, and it's incredible that she got 100 sterling per person saving just by talking to the travel agent. And she also got check bags and transfers thrown in. They all cost money. So to recap, if you haven't yet booked your holiday, you're sitting there feeling a bit sorry for yourself. It's rainy and Europe has been cold and damp and wet. Stand and let's take this action. Number 1, benchmark your price using Kayak Travel Supermarket. Call your travel agent, stay polite and say, can you undercut this quote? Then go back to your tour operator. Can you beat my travel agent's quote? And if they can, be decent. Go back to your travel agent. It's good karma. They've gone to all that trouble and you may get an even better deal. I've seen people halve the cost by booking late. Half the cost. If it's $4,000 to go to a place like Barbados, it can come down to just over $2,000. I've seen it actually happen. But even if you got 5% savings, that's money in your pocket. And if you use these tips, and if you're flexible and you're open to new destinations experiences, well, you can be in for a fabulous savings. And what's wrong with going to a new destination? What's holidays all about? Not necessarily going back to the same old, but trying something new. So get up, get to work, and book yourself the holiday of a lifetime. Please put your comments into Instagram. Follow us at the Top Travel Destinations. Let us know why you left your holiday so late, what sort of bargain you've got, and let's get busy online. Share what you've learned, what you've done, what you've got. Share any of your tips. I'll see you on Instagram, and I'll see you at the next podcast.